What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Um, Rest in peace to DMX. But his death makes me think about that. Like, would you love me with no money? You know, because as a person, his connection with dogs and the belief that you give a dog a little food and a little love, and they're gonna rock with you forever. But that's not the case with people. And when a person has issues, this thing we have this thing in America where if you're rich and if you're famous, it's okay if you have issues because some people want your money or your fame, right? But that doesn't do anything for the person. And some of us, we love people harder because of their what they have and who they are. But those same people we wouldn't love before they had and before they became. It's unfortunate that the night before he passed, people were online with the Twitter thing, RP, 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 and it wasn't confirmed. And when people were saying it wasn't confirmed, it was like people didn't care because it's like, I just got to get it out there. That was in bad taste because he had so many kids. You know, don't do that. But it's already done. But the thing that people are not taking into consideration is his childhood, and a lot of us didn't have a childhood like that. Even us who had adversity, we didn't have a childhood like that. So to be such to have such duality comes from a place, and to be perfectly honest, even with his flaws, one of the most sincere, genuine people that you could see. You know, like human duality, because he was struggling between um, angelic and troubled, you know, and the human element of the troubled stuck out more than the angelic, but you know, but getting to the meat of this topic in a sense is, at the end of the day, we're in America, and I think people, if you have money or status or fame, people care about what they can get out of you and get out of your position, but they don't care about you. And you don't think, nobody takes into consideration the person sees that. And I remember remember my older cousin, my younger cousin was talking, and rest in peace, cuz he died last year. And he was young. He was young at the time. And my older cousin asked me, he said, what if I was a bum? Or if I was something that you wasn't necessarily proud of, would you tell people that I was your brother? My younger cousin was like, nah. And my other cousin's like, that's, but I'll still be your brother. At the time, my that older cousin was a professional athlete. And like I said, my younger cousin, his brother was young. So, like, I don't even think he was 12 at the time. So this is years and years and years ago. But that conversation evolved over the years where, you know, people want to be treated like they're good human beings and regular people before the status and the money and the fame and the clout and all that, you know. And people do like, getting treated differently and special because of that. Don't get it twisted, but you peep it. You peep how, you wouldn't really be rocking with me like this if it wasn't for this. And then, and, you know, they say money changes people, and you assume it's the person who got the money, but money changes the people around the person who got it too, to the point where, you know, you'll let some things slide, or you'll do some, or you'll do dirty stuff, like you'll steal from a person who got money because you feel like they got it. Like, you hear rich people always talk about people stealing from them, and people don't think it's a bad thing because you got a lot of stuff, you know. Um, and people talk about power and privilege and all that, and you wouldn't respect some of these people if they didn't have quote unquote power or privilege. You know, it's the power or privilege that makes you treat them in ways you wouldn't treat them if they didn't have it. If you have a drug issue, if you're rich and famous, you might be treated differently than a person who doesn't have resources. It's like, get out my face, man. Like, you're a drain on society, but you may be a drain on society, but you could pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a murky water and muddy water that shows us as human beings, whether you like to admit it or not, our love is for sale. Our concern is for sale. Our emotions are for sale. Our sincerity and empathy is actually for sale, because because for the most part it changes with money and fame. You know, it is what it is, or positions or power, because you see it all the time. You know, but like the inverse of that is how people look at police officers doing illegal things, and it's like, but you could justify it because they're quote unquote police officers, that type of thing. Diplomatic immunity. It's all in that realm is what I'm talking about. But I'm done. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Because if you never met me, you have no right to judge me. You got a good heart, but this heart could get ugly. Yeah. So rest in peace, though. Thank you for having an impact. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace, y'all.